Alright, that's the problem. And the tube's bad. The rest of the rim looks okay. I can bend that back. So basically, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of liquid soap and let it seep into that. Other people were kind of getting carried away. I don't think that much is going to do any good. Once you get this peeled down a little bit, then you can put a little more in there. And basically, put these boards across there, like that, and like that. And then you get your long board, which is all kind of making sense. I need to put it kind of more centered where the star is right there, and the bolt, so I'll have something to chain it to. The other thing that I noticed, when you chain up on it, it's wanting to teeter off this way. So now that weighs 100 and some pounds. You got to pick that up and put it on there. Wrap your chain through it. So let me get the jack up there. All right, getting your hand through that little hole to grab that chain was a challenge. I don't have super big hands, but if you had a fat hand, that wasn't working. So I got it on there, got that on there, got that. So, it's like you're jacking up a car. It would have been better if I would have had two hands ready and had this tightening up. There we go. Look at that. Let's see what happens. And this may not bust off. It's getting hung up right there on that chain. Let's see if I can pull it through. Nope. Gotta place that chain in a different spot. Let me put the camera down. Now, more than likely, I ain't gonna pop that first break, because I had to move that around quite a bit. Look at how tight that is. Otherwise, you never get that off of there. Never break that off of there with a sledgehammer or something. I'm gonna put some super soap in there and get that crack party started. Don't stick your finger in there. If something would go wrong, grab your finger. Woo! All right, I think it's time to move to another spot. I just don't want to move anymore, so work another spot, no problem. All right, this is spoke number 2. Moved it all over to a new spot. Let's see if that will. Last time it took 3. Uh-oh, I'm off my board, so let me fix my board. Hadn't broke yet. It's all pretty wet in there. But that's loose. So I bet by the time we move it to the third one, it'll be just like the other one. It'll pop loose. So let's move it. All right, spoke number 3. Let's see, I got it barely teetering on there because it's too heavy, and I pinched my finger trying to slide the damn board. Let's see what can we do here. Not yet. There we go. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but when it butts loose, there we go. Look at that thing's like rotting on there. Woo! It's flying dust. Oh, look at that. Corrusted on there. But it's broke loose. Now it should be, now this is all jellified. Should be able to get that off with some spuds. Just take it off so I can clean it up and weld it. So we'll give it a try. I'm not going to do that now on this portion of the video, but now we can get those loose. I don't know how you get the tube out without pulling one of the ends off, something off. I'm kind of curious how hard it will be to get that off with a couple of the cheap tire spuds. Whether this will tear, whether it's tough enough. So we'll see. But That's it. You want to know how to get those tires broke loose off the bead. There you go. Okay, since my tube had partial air, I was able to use these cheap tools, bite slow, and get the rim, tire over the rim. Then I couldn't get the tube out, so I had to stick 4x6s in there to pick it up. I couldn't pick it up. My tube has got some weird amount of air. I guess I should have taken the valve stem out, let all the air out, but so mine's got some weird, makes it hard to pull through that opening, but I'm getting it done. Get that out, get the tire off, fix the rim, put the new tube back in there. This tube looks better quality than my new ones I got, but just a new one will help, I'm sure. Alright, I got my 2 cheap tire irons. This was actually standing up, and I got one in there, got the second one in there, and then laid it down. I'm by myself. If you had 2 people, you'd probably have this done in about 2 minutes. But by yourself, I watched another dude do it. This is how he laid it down. But he had better tools, like had the sledgehammer. He said you got to sledge this off. So I got to figure out how to pull that up through there. What a pain in the ass. Man, this is handicapped. Basically, I had this on the ground. I was able to get this pipe in there, lifting this up, but I could only get a section about this wide. Finally, I got the boards in there. I started tearing the tire right there where that little piece is. So basically, I think I got it. They got these boards wedged in there. I got the weight working against it. And basically, I'm prying against this and pushing down, and it's working. I'm not working here, I'm working up in there. My tire tools just suck, but it is coming loose. You see it's starting to slip. It was over there, but I can't film it and do it. So we'll see. This is a 2-person job. You know, this is an old rotten tire, old rotten rim. You're just gonna be so frustrated. If you have 2 people, a little bit better tools, pry bar, some pieces of wood, sledgehammer. I've had the hammer on this. The other guy just showed hammering on there and it came off. But he had a new rim and a new tire, and everything was new and slippery. Mine's all rusty and crusty, and it just aggravating. Okay, I got to do this job twice. What happened is, we didn't tear it there, we tore it there. And I read the reviews before I bought these tubes, and that's what people said. These tubes were crap because they tore them. Well, not that the tube's crap, you pinched it. So basically when I welded this was too close to the edge. And the problem was I put the tube in upside down because when it comes in the package. So as you can see, this tube is leading on this edge. So it needs to go in here on this side of the rim. Well, these tires come with a line. So when you take this out of the package, this tube looks like it's in a different position that it is. You have to go by this blue line. That's why they put this on here. So this blue line needed to go facing that side of the rim so that this gets positioned up there. That's one of the most important things when you put that tube in there, because I did not want to put it in like that, because when it comes in the package, you can't tell where this is. So you're going to have to put air in it. Look at the blue line. Figure out where the blue line is. And then put that on the opposite side. Not how it looks when it's flat. Because when it's flat. So basically, this had this rotten hole in there. You'll see that in the video. And I just put a washer in there and put the hole right there. Well, that put that piece too close to the edge. And the tire in here the bead is real thick. It's almost an inch. So it was grabbing this part. It was grabbing that pad part right there. So basically, I was using those tongs, the tire tongs, and I got in there and it pinched it. So we almost got it in there. In fact, even this one, with it being in there in a good position, we had to take our fingers and push that tube off of that thing and then air it up slowly. So there we go. We got us a tire on there that can go back on the tractor, and it's going the right direction. So I'm as happy as can be. I can go back in there. Now I'm going to patch that one. These are 33 bucks a piece, so it was 66 bucks for the pair. I'm going to patch that and put it in one of the other tires. Now that we've done it, we know how to do it. And breaking this bead off, to weld that and drill the hole, I just broke the one side off and worked on it while I was halfway in and out. Like, look at all this. How all these drills, drill bits, grinders, tongs. I had to break the bead again. Had to use the jack. Had to use the welder. So, man, I used all this stuff to put a dang tire in there. So that's basically it. I'm going to show you in the rest of this video. But the most important thing of putting this stupid tube in there is making sure that blue line is on the right direction. See, if that was in there like this, in the rim, that would be on the wrong side. That makes sense? Because once that's in there, that would be down there, so that would flip-flop. And in fact, the guy I was working with today was telling me I was putting it in there wrong. And then we saw that blue line and realized that that's how it had to go in there, was like that. So there you go.